Hi, I'm Steve Palick from Colliers. I have been involved in commercial real estate over 30 years, I hate to admit that, but in 30 years you learn a lot of things, and I know a lot of different aspects of not only the real estate business and how to negotiate, the jargon, and the way to structure transactions, but also some of the nuances you learn after decades about how to deal with people and what's important and how to actually care about something. But despite all that knowledge, and I've been privy to some really interesting commercial real estate deals over the years where I've learned a lot, despite all of that, I know enough to know what I don't know. So in other words, when it comes to selling or even buying residential real estate, I'm not doing it on my own. I'm going to tell people, I'm going to tell myself to do what I think is prudent, which is have an expert on your side. And that's just the best thing to do in every discipline of real estate. So, guess what? I did what I shouldn't have done. I did ask for help, but I just went to a friend that I just asked to help me sell my house. And unfortunately, I learned a couple of good lessons. One is we didn't sell the house, it expired, and I was still sitting on that home that I wanted to sell. And the other was that just simply putting something on the market, using just MLS and seeing what happens, that is not the way things get done. So I was lucky enough to be introduced to Jim Emmer. Part two started when I felt comfortable with Jim and said, Jim, I really like what you're telling me, that it's not just about putting it on the market, it's making sure that all the T's are crossed, I's are dotted. There's some creativity and there's some passion and there's some caring to making sure the property is exposed correctly, and next thing I knew, we had all kinds of activity. And I'm not just saying that, I'm pretty happy because I went from wondering what was going to happen to being in a position where I had 4 different offers. Long story short, not only did we sell the house, not only was I happy that we got it moved and we got it moved at a good price, I also had Jim's team at my beck and call, and it turned out to be necessary because all the mundane stuff that needs to be done, from inspections to improvements to things I wasn't even expecting, they just took care of everything. So I can sincerely tell you, even if you have the expertise, even if you have the time, even if you have the desire to do something yourself, do it with a professional. And sincerely, I couldn't be any happier than a professional like Jim Emmer and his team that went above and beyond the call of duty to make my project important and to bring it to fruition. That was the most important part. I got to sell my house and I don't have to worry about it anymore, thanks to Jim and his team.